All right. Questions for Coach Stevens? Start with Keith Smith.
Hey, Brad, does tonight's effort from the team change the plan at all for Thursday, or was that already fairly well locked in?
We're just going to try to keep playing as well as we can, try to be the best we can be. I thought we did a lot of good things tonight. So I felt like guys really tried to play the right way on both ends of the floor tonight. And hopefully we can just keep getting better. I mean, the way the ball's moving has been good, and the way that guys are covering for one another. But we know that, we have, less than a week or maybe a week before we open a playoff series. So better be getting good.
Question in person, Gary Washburn.
Brad, you said less than a week. When do you start focusing? You don't know who you're going to play yet. Probably one or two teams. When do you start focusing on your opponent? When do you start you have guys scouting, but when do you kind of lock in?
We have assistants that are assigned to all the different opponents that we may or may not play, and they all do that work regardless of if we end up playing them or not. And then I keep my eyes on one or two that I think are most likely throughout the time, and keep doing that. And then once we figure out exactly who we'll play, we'll get our team work started.
The team's all in the same place. How convenient is that to where you probably could send guys that you wouldn't otherwise send?
Well, we have a couple of our assistants have been doing the advanced scouting thing all the way through this. So that's, it's the advanced scouting role is a difficult role, and it certainly is nicer to be all in one place from that standpoint.
All right. Actually, we do have a question. John Corrales.
Hey, Brad, the passing, not only is the ball moving, but some of the passes that are being thrown are just high-level passes. What's brought some of these guys, especially like Jalen and Jason, what's allowed them to reach such a different level when it comes to their passing?
Well, I think, number one, you have to work on the skill of it. You have to have the vision to do it, and then you have to have the desire to keep that ball popping. And we're a little closer to where we want to be, or we're certainly headed in a good direction. But we just got to keep doing it. There's different teams play different ways. Different teams, give up one thing but not another. These guys were blitzing a lot. They were up on screens a lot. We had to pop the ball and move the ball and make sure we kept it that way. I've seen a great willingness and great enthusiasm from our team to really move it. And so we just got to keep it up.
Abby Chin. All right. Last question, Brian Robb.
Hey, Brad. You've been getting some really good minutes, it seems like, out of that Marcus, Brad, Rob trio off the bench, amongst other players there. What have you kind of seen out of that group, no matter who they're playing with? It seems like your plus-minus is way up when they're out there.
Well, first of all, they're all three good players. And, I think that Brad and Marcus do a good job of getting the ball to Rob when he's available. And, Brad had the other night had a late drive where he looked at the rim and dumped it off to Rob when he drew two people. Marcus is a good lob thrower. Marcus sees when the defense is on top of Rob and can read that. Like, those guys both know how to play. They're very savvy. They play well together. It gives us 2 point guards on the floor. And, I thought that, they were a part of many of our good possessions tonight, for sure.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Kemba Walker will be up next.
We're at noon. You go long or long. Yeah, we're